In the heart of a bustling city where skyscrapers pierce the sky and dreams often feel just out of reach, a powerful CEO named David Carter stared into his reflection, adjusting his crisp tuxedo. But behind those sharp eyes lay a man weighed down by loss, wondering if he'd ever feel whole again. Little did he know, one hired evening would rewrite his entire life. David had built an empire from nothing, but his world shattered when his wife, Emily, lost her battle with illness just months after their daughter Ava was born. Now, at 5 years old, Ava was his light, a bundle of curls and endless questions, but the demands of his tech company left him stretched thin. Tonight's charity gala was crucial. Investors from across the ocean expected a polished family. Man, not a widower juggling grief and fatherhood. So he turned to an app, hiring a companion named Sophia. Professional, elegant, no strings attached. Just someone to smile on his arm and vanish by midnight. Sophia arrived at the gala like a breath of fresh air, her emerald gown hugging her figure, her auburn hair cascading in soft waves. She slipped her hand into David's with practiced ease. "Ready to charm them?" she whispered, her voice steady and warm. But before he could respond, a tiny whirlwind in a sparkling dress barreled toward them. "Daddy!" Ava cried, but her eyes locked on Sophia. Without hesitation, the little girl grabbed Sophia's hand. "You're pretty like a princess. Can you be my mommy forever?" The room erupted in gentle laughter, the stiff executive softening at the child's innocent plea. David watched in stunned silence. Ava, usually shy around strangers, clung to Sophia like she'd known her all her life. Sophia knelt down, her smile genuine. "Well, princess, how about we start with a dance?" She scooped Ava up, twirling her slowly amid the chandelier's glow. The investors were captivated not just by David's business acumen, but by this unexpected glimpse of warmth. As the night unfolded, Sophia navigated conversations with effortless grace. She spoke of community initiatives, tying them to David's vision for ethical tech, making him seem not just successful, but human. An investor from Vancouver leaned in. "Your family is inspiring, David. It's rare to see such balance." David opened his mouth to clarify, but seeing Sophia with Ava laughing, connecting, he let the moment stand. The next evening, David invited Sophia back for dinner, framing it as maintaining appearances for lingering business ties. But deep down, he craved more of that spark. His sleek home, with its modern lines and echoing halls, felt less empty with her there. Ava raced in, dubbing her Mommy S and insisting on a pretend family game. Sophia played along, her laughter filling the rooms like music long absent. Over tea that night, after Ava was tucked in, Sophia noticed a photo on the counter. David cradling newborn Ava, Emily beaming beside him. "She was everything," David said quietly, his voice cracking for the first time. "Gone too soon. Cancer didn't give us a chance." Sophia's heart ached. She placed a hand on his. "She left you with so much love, and Ava, that's her legacy." In that vulnerable exchange, walls began to crumble. Days turned to weeks. Sophia revealed her own scars. A promising ballet career shattered by a devastating injury during a rehearsal in New York. "I was set for the big stages," she shared one starry night on the patio, wrapped in David's jacket. "One wrong leap, and it was over. Fractured dreams, endless rehab. Now I teach kids on the side just to feel that rhythm again." David listened, sharing his own void, the empire he built to escape the pain, but how Ava kept him grounded. "You remind me it's okay to start over," he admitted. Ava begged for dance lessons, and Sophia obliged. In the backyard, under the sun's warm embrace, she taught the girl basic steps, arms graceful, feet light. David watched from the window, his heart swelling. This wasn't hired help. This was healing. He asked Sophia to stay longer, officially as a nanny, but unofficially as the missing piece. "Ava needs you," he said, "and so do I." She agreed, her own loneliness easing in their presence, but joy is fragile. One rainy day, while organizing old boxes, Sophia found a pair of tiny pink ballet slippers, Emily's gift for baby Ava, a symbol of unfulfilled dreams. Overwhelmed by memories of her own loss, she broke down, sobbing on the floor. David found her, didn't pry or fix, just sat beside her in silence, offering tissues and quiet solidarity. In that raw moment, they saw each other truly not as roles, but as souls mending. Tragedy tested them further. Ava slipped on the stairs, a tumble that left her scraped and scared. Sophia rushed her to the hospital, heart pounding like it was her own child. When David arrived, frantic, he found Sophia cradling Ava, tears streaming. "I was terrified," she whispered. "She's not mine, but it felt like losing everything." He pulled them both into a hug, whispering, "You saved her. You're exactly what we need." In the hospital's harsh light, their bond deepened, no pretense, just pure, protective love, yet doubt crept in. A colleague sent David a link to Sophia's old profile on a companion app, highlighting her past jobs. "She's done this before many times." Anger and insecurity boiled. That evening he confronted her. Was any of this real? Or just another gig? Hurt flashed in her eyes. "I survived how I could, but with you and Ava, it became more. I love her like my own." "And you ... her voice trailed. David's silence wounded deeper than words. Feeling betrayed, Sophia left that night, rain soaking her as she walked away. Glancing back at the home she'd almost claimed, the house turned hollow without her. Ava's questions, "Where's Mommy S?" pierced David. He reread her goodbye note. "I played parts to survive, but here I finally felt real." "I hoped you saw that." Regret consumed him. Weeks later, he tracked her to a community dance studio in the city suburbs where she taught underprivileged kids for free. There, amid twirling children, Ava spotted him first. "Daddy's here." David approached, holding those tiny slippers. "I was wrong," he said, voice breaking. "You didn't replace Emily, you created something new. For us, will you come back? Not as a role, but as family?" Tears flowed as Sophia nodded, pulling him and Ava close. The studio erupted in cheers. A spontaneous celebration of second chances. Their wedding was simple, held in that very studio, fairy lights twinkling, friends and students as witnesses. Vows were whispered, promises of forever sealed with dances instead of rings. A year on, the studio thrived as a haven for dreamers, funded by David's memorial initiative for families like his own. Ava blossomed, tying laces and sharing smiles, while Sophia and David built a life of quiet joys and unbreakable bonds. In the end, life isn't about perfect plans or unbroken paths. It's about the courage to embrace the unexpected, to heal through love, and to dance through the storms. If you've ever felt lost, remember, some families are given, others are chosen, and every heart has the strength to start anew. Let this story remind you that your second chance might be just one brave step away.